Hey everybody, so I had so much fun making those first two videos. I thought I'd do a third. This will probably be the last one. It's Sunday, so I got time on my hands, and I'm just having fun here. So this is essentially a small video on basic technical analysis, the way that I do it. You know, the internet talking heads, there's a whole bunch of different approaches, and some of them are great, some of them are horrific, some of them are like just jaw-droppingly awful. Whatever. I've been doing this for 10 years now. This works for me. I'm just sharing what works for me. And if I can help you in your trading, just one idea that leads to maybe another idea, great, go for it. The reason that I got to here is I'm relentless with my sense of just constant optimization, just relentless every day. I mean, watching candles bloom is boring. So I spend my time trying to figure out how can I make it better? How can I make it better? You know, and so on. Okay. So the first two videos I talked about Santa candles, right? Where I mean, again, this is a name I've made up. You can call these things whatever you want. I just call them this because it helps me remember them. I have a small brain, so I need assistance. So we have a certain line here on our price chart, some line, and price has gone beyond it, and it comes back down to kiss it and retest it. And here it says it's a thumbs up. So the retest is a thumbs up. So we have continuation, and that's just a very nice signal. Uh, and I've made an awful lot of money on just this real simple little concept here. And again, trading is like trench warfare in World War One. So this is a trench, and we hit it, and we hit resistance, and then we eventually kind of overpowered it and continue on our merry way. And I would call that a reclamation, sorry. And I think there may be an I here in reclamation. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we basically claimed this trench as our own now. So we've reclaimed it, right? So that's also an important signal. And the best signal you can get is when you kind of have both, right? So we hit it here, right, for our reclamation. We've passed it, and we go past now, and we come back down for a kiss and a retest, and it's a thumbs up. So the market says, yeah, this is resistance, but now we're going to flip that into support. So typically this leg will be a very strong leg. And we see that in this particular chart. So this chart is last Monday's chart. So I've been June 2nd, where it kind of had a nice rally for the most of the day. And when you look at it, just at first blush, it looks okay. It's rising, but there's an awful lot of red in there too. You can go long and get totally blown up on a pullback. So you have to sort of figure out, well, where's the entry point? And I've said this before to many others. The mantra of a day trader is this: is the pullback over? Is the pullback over? Is the pullback over? That's the key point, right? That's the surgical entry you're looking for the next leg. You don't want to get hung up on a pullback or blown up on a pullback. You're just trying to always just be surgical and just grab that next leg up, right? I mean, that's the sweet spot, especially for us momentum scalpers. Okay, so I wanted to go over these central ideas because we're going to do a technical analysis on this Monday's chart here, right? And there's some other ideas I want to go over, which are these. And another strong signal, I call it a fat W or a fat M if price is collapsing. And here's what I mean. So this is a W, right? We have red, a little pop of green, goes back red, a little pop of, I'm sorry, pop of red here, pop of green, right? A little W, boom, 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 boom. Typically the fourth leg goes higher, right? We see it all over the place, right? Red, green, W, W, right? Red, green, W. Sometimes they're ugly. Red, green, it's like an ascending W. And they're just all over the place. But a W or an M to me typically is like a little 10-minute, maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's a little dum 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 kind of thing. a fat W, what I mean by fat W is something that takes longer than just 10 or 15 minutes. It might take, sometimes it could take 3 hours to unfold. It's a much longer time frame, uh, but yet very meaningful. So you still have to keep an eye out for that. And what I mean by that is we still have that sense of four legs of the W, right? So we hit it once. So this is a kind of a line of resistance. We hit it once, twice, and the third time we go over, right? So that third or fourth, whatever, breakage is very important. Okay. And just like in the first screen where we had a yin yang, even better is when we kind of hit it, and then we kind of go over it, we reclaim it, we come back down for that kiss, and it's like a thumbs up. The market's saying, yeah, this resistance is now support. That's a very, very strong signal. And we see fat W's here in this chart, and we see this setup too. So that's what I want to show you. And before I do that, actually, let me just kind of, I want to zip over to a 5-minute chart. Again, this is one of my indicators here. And because we just see M's and W's all over the place, right? Here's a little M going down, right? Another little M going down, right? Little pop of red there. Fourth leg goes further. Let's go to Thursday's chart. See a little M pattern here, right? Green, red, boom. Fourth leg goes further. And let's go next day. A little W here. Okay, next day. A little W here. Like you see, here's a nice reclamation, right? Hit it, and finally reclaimed it. Very meaningful. And then here's the Monday chart that we're just talking about. And I just want to point out here, we're going to see this on the chart, on the 2-minute chart that I like. Let's see how it hit it and hit it and hit it. And it finally reclaimed it. Then it comes back down for that kiss and that retest. This is the Santa candle where it does a beautiful big move up. See here, it's kind of halting and stalled. Halted and stuttering. Little tiny candles, not too sure. But when it had this reassurance here, when its parachute cords were really tight on the market's body, it said, yeah, they were definitely going up, and zip. And it went to where? It went to here. And it came back down again and said, yep, this is definitely support. So it went even further. Okay, so here we are back on the 2-minute chart. Again, I use Heikin-Ashi candles. I don't use wicks. This is a bespoke MACD. And we're going to be looking now for fat W's as we rise up. And the trick with the fat W is to find the middle hump. And we see it here. Boom, right? It hit it, reclaimed it. That last leg goes further, right? And we see it very quickly turn to green, so that's good. And I would even suggest that the best place to get out is here when this histogram bar turns blue. It shows a shift of momentum. So now we have another pop-up. We're waiting for that middle bar, and we see it again. It hit it, middle hump, right? Fat W went even further. Great. Now we see it here, and again, this is where we have both. So it's a fat W. It popped over, came back down for a retest and a kiss, and it's green, and the market is absolutely reassured now. So we have a big move up, right? Great. And now we're just kind of waiting for another middle hump to appear and show itself. And we see it here. And again, the market shot up again, right? So, you know, it's difficult to play right after the bell. It's very volatile. I mean, here the market is super bullish, and here it's super fearful and panicky. You know, yeah, I play these too. They're tough. But here in the rest of the day, I mean, if this is just, technical analysis 101, just look for fat W's. Just wait. Like this took 11:58. I'm sorry, that's what, 10:58? No, 11 to 11:48, like almost 50 minutes. This is probably well over an hour, and this is over an hour. Like, ugh, it's boring as hell, but super profitable, right? And that's what we all want, is profit. And I'm going to do something else, which is show, well, what's a good exit strategy? And it's to color your candles the same color as this bespoke MACD here, which I will do. Okay, so now I've colored the candles the same color as the MACD, this bespoke MACD histogram. So, we're long, turns blue, get out. It's a shift in momentum. It's better to just get out and reassess. And we've gone long here again, it turned blue, get out. And we went long here again, and it turned blue, get out. And sure, this is a strong signal too. And up we go, and turn blue, get out. Every shift in momentum was definitely a loss of profit dollars. And yeah, sure, sometimes it continues on its merry way, but more often than not, it led to, kind of a collapse here. So the higher probability is simply to get out. So fat W, get in, and a reclamation, with a Santa candle, even better, and get out at the blue, right? And here it is with the Q matrix on there. Well, yeah, I call it Q matrix or Q lines. It's actually quadrant lines here in Thinkorswim. Okay, so again, this concept of major Qs and minor Qs, right? So I would place the bottom here and the next one at the first major hump, which I'm going to call here. And then that kind of splays out the rest of the lines for the rest of the day. So I see it's struggling to overcome this line here, but it does here, right? We're green. So it's a reclamation, right? And up she went. And again, get out the first blue, right? It did not. This top here is an echo of this top. So now we've got a line, and the question is we're going to go past this line, or are we going to fall below this line? And it went green, right? Great, go long. Went to the minor, went to blue, get out, right? Came back down, finally, struggled for a little bit, reclaims it here, actually with quite a lot of gusto, because the market is saying, okay, this resistance is now support, and we're claiming it as support here again. We've gone past. It's like a little Harry Potter thing again. It went past, right, and reclaimed it. Up she shot to where, right, first blue is here on this minor thing, fine. And even this little bit here, remember I had a line there? That's not technically a fat W or a W or anything, but it just reclaimed it. It went green, great. Go long, get out. Get out where? Next Q. Same thing here. We hit it and we hit it, and it's a little W, right? And we popped over, and away we go, and we get out where? At the next blue, which also happens to be again at the next Q. So that's how you would play that. And I hope this helps. Let's see what else I can say. So this is Tuesday. So that would have been Tuesday, June 3rd. And let's see what we have here, just for fun. So again, fat W's are waiting for that middle hump to show itself, which it does here. Great, go long, get out the first blue, great. So now we have some struggle here. And, it did reclaim it, but the market was just nasty here, right? You might have gotten out on the break below for a loss. I have red trades too, because the market is stupid and goofy. but it eventually caught wind, and the line to beat kind of became like this, right? Middle hump game. Boom, there's a middle hump. Came down for the retest, right? The kiss right there, and it's a thumbs up. And when the market had that security, up she shot. Remember, the market, right, compresses, expands, compresses, expands. So you kind of have to wait for that compression to be over to kind of capture that next expansion. And again, we have a little line here, you know, fine. And we went up to here, and you could have said, well, it's kind of like that, but it never went green again. The MACD, bespoke MACD, it never really popped green again. And after what, 12:30 to 13, almost 14, like an hour and a half, that's very bearish. And down she popped, zip. So anyway, there's a couple of days worth. So I've gone over Santa candles, reclamations, a reclamation and a Santa candle combined, W's and M's, and fat W's and fat M's. All technical analysis in terms of trench warfare, which really leverages the idea of compression expansion and satisfies the day trader mantra of is the pullback over, is the pullback over, is the pullback over, right? As you kind of grab that next leg with an exit strategy of using this bespoke MACD. And I hope this works for you, and I wish you all the best. Woohoo!